So the last time y'all seen me, I was finishing up my junior season of college football, and after being a 3-time All-American, 3-time Best Receiver Award winner, and on top of that winning the Heisman, y'all know it was time for me to insert my name into that draft. Now after speaking to my agent for a while, we had both decided that I would not be doing the combine, simply because I already showed the scouts everything they had to see while I was on the field. So leading up to the draft, I just been putting in a whole lot of work, man, making sure everything good. From my conditioning, adding on some muscle. Y'all know I went through my whole college career without getting injured not once. So I definitely had to make sure my body was right and prepared to take them real NFL grown man hits. And by the time the draft came around, I can't even front, man. I was starting to get a little nervous. But I ended up going the first round being the 23rd pick for the Green Bay Packers. Now, as any young man would do seeing that much money hit his account, I went out and splurged a little bit. I can't even lie to y'all. Basically as a gift to myself for putting in that work that it took to get here. I feel like I deserved it. Man, any store I pulled up to, I was not leaving empty-handed, and I made sure of it. Man, I even went out and got me 2 new whips that I used to dream about riding in when I was a kid. One of them was a 2024 G-Wagon, and I went butterfly doors on a Rari. Now, these both cost a pretty penny, but I slowed down on spending money once I felt satisfied. Now, back to the football side of things. As y'all could guess, I was overly excited to join the Green Bay Packers. Man, I was just happy to be in the NFL, honestly. But my first team practice with pads did not go quite as planned. And I'll be the first to say that I made the rookie mistake of going out there thinking this was going to be a cakewalk. In my mind, I'm thinking I'm the best receiver on the roster, just won a Heisman. I'm finna go out there and show them who the big dog is. Y'all know, I just felt like I owned the place. But I had a quick reality check. I was even out there dropping wide open passes, getting strapped up left and right. And it became clear that college and the NFL are 2 different ball games. But over the next few practices, I started to get into the rhythm of the offense. And now that the preseason is coming up, we finna see how much improvements I've made.
Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Packers and the Browns, and it comes your way next.
Y'all see it, man. Game number 1 of the preseason, we up against the Cleveland Browns. And coach let me know that I'm only gonna be playing the first quarter, so I ain't got no choice but to leave a mark early. Our first driving on a 3rd and 3, I'm able to come in clutch and pick up that first down. Now, y'all know in college, I was the go-to target for situations like this, and I'm proving I can still do it at a high level. We take a few steps back at a 2nd and 13. Jordan Love is going to pass it to the tight end, and I make some key blocks as he makes his way down the field for a huge gain.
They will finally catch up to him and get him down.
Moving down that field on the 2nd and 8, I'm going to get a short out route, leaving us 2 yards outside the first. Jordan Love ready to go for it all as I fade out to the left. He going to deliver my way, but I cannot hold on to it through the contact. But instead of hanging my head down, we had a 3rd and 9. I got an out route. He going to go my way, and they going to swing me into the end zone for my first touchdown of my NFL career.
Touchdown, Green Bay. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown.
But sadly, that was the only touchdown we would score the whole game. Cleveland would take the win with the score being 7-10. I finished the game with 3 receptions for 21 yards and a touchdown. Second game of the preseason, and we up against the Denver Broncos. Now, this game I should be playing longer than 1 quarter. Late in the first, and the score is still 0-0 at a 2nd and 10. I'm going to receive my first catch.
Receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
Second quarter, and still nobody has scored. On this slant route, Jordan Love is going to look my way, and I pick up a huge gain.
Got a man open downfield on the crossing route.
3rd and 8, looking to keep this drive going. Fading out to the left, and he going to throw another dot my way, and I bring it in.
Open man, left side. He's got it.
But as we have all the momentum going, he going to throw a pick to Pat Surtain. Denver is going to get the ball back.
Yourself in this situation. You're on defense. You're defending your own goal line.
They don't score, and I got an out route QB going to throw my way. I'm able to bring this one up the field past the 20. But that was it for me, y'all. We still ain't getting no win. Instead, the score is tied 7-7. But I would end this game with 4 receptions for 75 yards. Coach had let me know that I would not be playing in the other preseason games, only because he didn't want me to get injured before the real season kick off. So up until the regular season, I just been getting some extra reps with Jordan Love, trying to build up some chemistry so we can dominate this season. The time has come where I take the field for the first time in the regular season. The first game of this season is going to be more than just a rookie debut for me, because we are going up against the majestic Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. If y'all been watching my series long enough, then y'all know I'm from Philly, so I for sure got to put on. Right off the bat, I got a comeback route, and Jordan is going to hit me on the sideline for a gain of 6. So we end up scoring on the first drive, making it 7-0. On the second drive, we got a punt, but we gonna get the ball right back as they force a fumble, and he gonna take it back to the crib, giving us a 2-score lead early in the game. Second quarter, and Philly's now on the board with 7 points. Coming across the middle of the field, QB gonna go my way. I bring this one up close to the 30.
They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Very next play, I got a slant, and Jordan Love gonna throw an absolute dot. Nobody's gonna catch me as I'm on my way to the end zone for my first touchdown of the game.
The Packers take a 13-point lead. So sensational work by the
score is now 21-14 with 30 seconds left in the half. With me as the target, he gonna throw a pick to Zach Bond.
Down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance in making that pick. Might be
tie ball game in the third quarter. Go my way on a slant, but I get lit up.
And he's got a decent gain before
very next play, I got a short comeback route for a gain of 4. Fourth quarter, and the score is tied at 28. I get messed up on my route, so I just take off down the seam. He throw an absolute dot. I slip some tackles and pick up a big gain.
Catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
We end up taking the win with the score being 42-34. It was a good high-scoring game. I was proud of my performance, finishing with 6 receptions for 88 yards and 1 touchdown. Game number 2 of the season, we up against the Colts. I'm coming off a good game, and I'm looking to have another one. One thing I'm loving about the NFL is I got a better quarterback throwing a dot downfield down the middle. We eat up a chunk of that field. 2nd and 4, I got a comeback route. He gonna throw another dot my way, and I bring that one in. We ended up settling for a field goal on the first drive, and the Colts tie it up. Jordan Love gonna pass my way on an out route. I make a nice juke and get us past the 40.
That one goes for 25 yards.
Coming back from the 2-minute warning, I'm supposed to go with a slant, but I'm running right into traffic, so I cut back out to the left, receive a dot, and get us up close to the 10.
And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down.
20 seconds left in the half, and Jordan Love is gonna take a shot to the end zone, but I cannot hold on to it. Third quarter at a 3rd and 13, their defense is going to run into each other, leaving me wide open down the sideline. Jordan throw a nice pass, and now I'm just on my way to the end zone. And ain't nobody going to stop me as I get my 2nd touchdown of the season and my 1st of the game. So we're able to take the win with the score being 3-13. I had another good game with a big play to add on top, finishing this one with 5 receptions for 159 yards and a touchdown. Game number 3 of the season, we up against Will Levis and the Tennessee Titans. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, this should be an easy win. Before you know it, we facing the 3rd and 20, and I got a comeback route. It's not near enough to get a first down. They also don't score, and on the 2nd and 12, he gonna find me across the middle of the field and pick up a huge gain.
Yes, take it in over the middle.
Very next play, I got another short comeback route, and he gonna hit me to get us up past the 50. 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter, and neither of us have scored yet, but I pick up another nice game, getting us up past the 40.
It's complete, and it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Moving down that field on the 2nd and 5, Jordan Love is going to hit me again down the middle.
Taken in.
Coach gave me a go route, but I see that left side too open. I fade out to the left. Jordan going to throw a beautiful ball downfield, and it could have been a touchdown, but somebody on the offense got called for holding. Third quarter, and the game is now tied 7-7. But I'll receive yet another dot and get us up past the 40 again. Going with another short comeback route, I'm going to pick up a gain of 6. A few plays later, it's now the 4th quarter, and I got another in route. Spinning out of 1 tackle before being brought down right in front of the 20. 2nd and 4, I got another short in route, and he going to hit me to get us a gain of 3. And what I thought would be an easy win ended up being a close game with the score being 10-7. Both offenses had trouble scoring, but I had another great showing. 9 receptions for 104 yards, no touchdowns. Game number 4 of the season, man, and y'all see it. We up against the Minnesota Vikings. Gonna have a receiver battle between me and Justin Jefferson. Can't lie, man, I'm hyped for this one. First play of our first drive, Jordan already looking my way as I rip off a reception for 11 yards. But the very next play, Josh Jacobs is going to end up fumbling the rock.
And now, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense.
They go up 10-0. I got a comeback right on the right side and pick up a gain of 7 before being brought down.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule.
2nd down, trying to get on that board. Jordan Love is going to hit me en route, and I get us up close to that 10-yard line. Score is now 10-14 and we're up. In the fourth quarter, I pick up another short reception. We trying to stretch that lead. As I take off down the sideline, Jordan Love is going to float one, but it winds up getting intercepted.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line.
So they going to capitalize off of that pick. 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. I pick up another big game, but it is not enough, man, as we take our first loss of the season with the score being 17-14. That interception cost us the game. But I would end this one with 5 receptions for 52 yards and no touchdowns. Game number 5 of the season, and we up against the LA Rams, looking to bounce back after taking a loss. I see I'm getting my hands warmed up. I wouldn't get my first reception into the second quarter off of this comeback route for a gain of 9. Very next play, I run into my own teammate, but still keep focused on the ball, spin out of a tackle, before being brought down past the 50. Coming back from the 2-minute warning, I got another comeback route, and he gonna hit me to get us a gain of 7. Very next play, the defense gonna read the slant perfectly and pick that off, switching over all the momentum we had. Why is it the third quarter and we both remain scoreless still? And I'll pick up another nice reception, break some ankles, getting us past the 40.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
A minute 40 left in the third, both teams still scoreless. Jordan Love throws another dot. I snatch some more ankles before being brought down past the 20. Full head of steam up the field. I'm fading out to the left, but cut back in. Me and Jay Love is on the same page, and he gonna throw a dot. Fourth quarter, and we finally on the board. The Rams are still scoreless. Jordan Love is looking downfield, and I complete that pass for a big gain.
And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That one.
Your boy got 100 receiving yards, but I'm not satisfied with that just yet as I add on to my total. Down at the 10-yard line, he gonna hit me for my 3rd touchdown of the season.
So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts him up here 2 scores.
We didn't score until the third quarter, but it was enough to get us the win, with the final score being 14-7. And I end the game with 124 yards off of 9 receptions and 1 touchdown. Back in my hometown of Philly, man, we had a bye week, so I got on that PJ and made a turnaround trip. I just had to come see my parents, and I had a surprise for them. But little did I know, they had a surprise for me, too.
Glad you're back home, and look, I know you don't like surprises, but we got a little something special for you, too, waiting right there in the house, and I hope you enjoy it. I think you will.
Oh, man, my son. Well, if I can even call you that. Look, man, I know it's a lot of explaining to do and a lot of catching up we need, but to make the long story short, when you was born, I was not in the right headspace, nor was I doing the right things through life. And about 6 years after having you, I was still living wrong, and eventually I went off to prison, man, and that's where I've been for this whole time. But while I was in there, I started to become a better man, and I knew the first thing I did when I got out was I needed to at least try to be the best father I could be to my kids. I've been out for around a year now, and I've been looking for you, man, every day. And finally, I got in contact with Mr. and Mrs. Kelly, who I have nothing but the utmost respect for, especially for taking care of my son and raise him. And after speaking to him, man, I find out that my son is in the NFL. And I know how it may seem and how that might sound, but I promise you, man, I'm not asking you for no money, no handouts for nothing. But I did want to let you know you are not my only son. You have a younger brother. We've been in contact for a few months now, and man, you should have seen the way his face lit up when he found out he had a big brother. And especially finding out that his big brother's in the NFL, he was looking up your highlights, college highlights, and everything, man. Now, if you don't want to fix things with me, I completely understand, man. Just know I still love you anyway. But your brother would really love it if you just got in contact with him or at least went to one of his games, you know. But regardless of what you decide, man, it's great seeing you, and you don't know how long I've been waiting on this day.
Well, as y'all just seen from my face, I was too stunned to speak at the moment. And rightfully so, if you ask me. That's a lot to take in. That's my first time ever seeing my biological dad. And on top of that, I got a brother that I didn't even know about. Man, I couldn't even tell y'all what was going on through my mind at the time. But look, y'all, that was definitely a big surprise. I don't know if it was a good one or a bad one yet. But like I said earlier, I do got something for my parents. And that's part of the reason I came down here. I went ahead and cashed out on the BMW M3 G80. Just a little token of my appreciation for them. I mean, as y'all heard earlier, they literally raised me from a baby. So this is just something small compared to everything they've done for me. And as y'all can tell, they definitely loved it. And later that night while I was in the hotel, I started going into deep thought about my family situation. Thinking about what I should have said to him, what I should do now knowing that I have a brother that apparently looks up to me. But I don't know, man, maybe I should go to one of his games and introduce myself. But despite everything that's going on, I'm gonna have to get back right mentally for practicing my upcoming games. Game number 6 of the season, man, y'all see it, we up against the Arizona Cardinals. Your boy's back in his right mind and we finna go take over. We end up facing a 3rd and 8 on our first drive, and guess who's wide open on that end route coming in the clutch to pick up that 1st and more. But we quickly will face another 3rd down. Jordan Love is going to go my way, fading out to the left, and I cannot hold on to it. Arizona goes up a field goal as I complete a short comeback route. 3rd quarter, Arizona up 6, and we still ain't scored. I drop another pass on this out route. Maybe I'm not as mentally prepared as I thought I was going to be. But it's all good because later that same drive, they going to leave the middle wide open and I take this up to the 10. Arizona now up 12-7, but it's a lot of green grass on the right side of the field and I get open for a huge gain.
That's caught by Keller and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a good way to start the drive.
We scored on that drive, but it was not enough to pull out the win as Arizona's going to take the dub with the score being 21-15.
No turnovers in this contest.
And I'll finish this game with 5 receptions for 59 yards and no touchdowns. Game number 7 going up against CJ Stroud and the Texans. They go score a touchdown and I start my night off with a short comeback route for that 1st down. We still scoreless and they go up 10-0. But Jordan Love is looking my way again and I'm able to do something with it, getting this up past the 50.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
3rd quarter and the score is now 10-3, but off of this slant, I'm going to make him touch earth before being brought down. Jordan Love got a lot of faith in me throwing into double coverage, and somehow I come down with it for a gain of 8. But that could also be a bad thing because the very next play, he throw into double coverage again, and it winds up getting intercepted. Luckily, they don't score, but we start off in bad field position at a 1st and 19. I'm going to cut down some of those yards with this reception. In the very next play, starting the 4th quarter, the Texans leave the middle of the field wide open. I bounce off a tackle before being brought down for a big gain. Going with another short comeback route, I'm going to pick up a gain of 5. 4th down, and we got to go for it. And you know who's wide open for that 1st down every time. Time running down, and we looking to tie the game up. I fade out to the left and receive a dot. And again, we go down and score, but leaving with too much time to kick a field goal, and they get the win with the score being 13-10. 2 losses back to back. But I had a big day with 9 receptions for 98 yards, 0 touchdowns. Somehow, somewhere, I lost footage of game 8 against the Jacksonville Jaguars, but we got the dub. Another low-scoring game with the score being 10-7, and I finished with 11 receptions for 104 yards. Game number 9, man, we're going up against a tough opponent, the Detroit Lions. They go up a field goal, and on our 2nd drive, I get my 1st catch of the game for 10 yards. They go up 10 to our zip with 30 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. I pick up another reception, bounce off of a tackle, get us some extra yards before being taken down past the 50. Started the 3rd quarter, I'm fading out to the left, but I see he playing that, so I come back inside, and I cannot hold on to the... Very next play, I'm open off the release, and Jordan Love is going to find me. I'm able to slip a tackle, but I get obliterated. Ball go flying in the air, and the defense going to catch it. And this was definitely my welcome to the NFL moment. It came in the 9th game of the season, but hey, man. But hey, at least we shook it off and got back up. With the score now 17-0 late in the 3rd, I will pick up another reception for a decent amount. Getting behind that zone defense way too easy, I pick up another big reception, getting us closer to that end zone. Very next play, J Love gonna throw this one on a rope.
This will be caught just inside the 10.
First play of the fourth quarter, I get an easy catch and walk it in for a touchdown, finally putting us on the board.
Touchdown. A great effort there.
They go up 20 now to our 7 as I grab another dot, shake off a tackle before being brought down. Looking to get down that field, Jordan Love can't find nobody open, so I cut back up field and I'm wide open, getting this one past the 40 for a huge gain.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Knowing it's probably too late, but still looking to get into that end zone, I'm fading out to the left and make a nice catch.
Left side and he's got a man. That's
Having myself a big game with 10 receptions for 154 yards and a touchdown already. Detroit make that same mistake of leaving the middle of the field open, and I make a sliding catch for that touchdown, grabbing 2 in one game.
Touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough. But
So we started to make a comeback, but it was too late, and the Lions take the win with the score being 20-14. But y'all already know I had a great game, even though I got lit up. But I finished this game with a crazy 11 receptions for 171 yards and 2 touchdowns.
For the Packers.
Game 10, and we up against our rival, the Chicago Bears. First drive already facing the 3rd and 5, and y'all know who they going to. They tried to say I was out of bounds, but we had to check that one. And as y'all can see, I was definitely inbound.
Here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and
So they returned the call, and we kept that drive moving, and on this 3rd and 3, I'm going to catch that first down.
And he made a bid for midfield there.
A few plays later, Jordan Love going to lead me a little bit. I got to dive, and I make a nice grab. Somehow we missed the field goal, so the score is still 0-0, but I'm open off the release, and J Love going to find me to get us up past that 30.
And that's good yardage with a new...
Only seconds left in the second half. He going to throw another dot my way, but that's the end of the quarter.
Got it complete.
Chicago goes up 7-0, and we got a short gain of 5 yards right here. And with this reception, I have now went over 1,000 yards on the season, leading every receiver in the league. Down there at the red zone, cutting out to the left, but I can't hold on to the rock for the touchdown. Fourth down, and coach want to go for it, and he want to throw it, and the ball slipped through my hands again, so we remain scoreless. Chicago goes up 10-0, but it's a crease in the defense, and I bring that one in for a big game. And somehow we went scoreless the whole game, not even a field goal, losing another one with the score being 10-0. But I finished with 7 receptions for 68 yards. 11th game of the season, and we facing off against a good 49ers team. On the 3rd and 5, I start the game off all wrong, getting a block in the back penalty. So they push us back to a 3rd and 8, but y'all know I'm going to come in clutch, especially since it was my fault getting us that first down. Start of the second quarter, both teams still remain scoreless. Jordan Love going to go my way across the middle of the defense with a step on my defender, and I'm going to take this one all the way up to the end zone for my first touchdown of the game and my 6th of the season. Score is now 3-7, going with a deep in route. Jordan Love gonna find me open again. Now pick us up some much needed yards. But we end up getting a penalty, and that puts us back to a 2nd and 20. But I'm trying to cut some of those yards off, and I do. Score is now 7-6 in the 3rd quarter, and I don't know why he would throw this. It was obviously covered, and he gets picked off, but I go and make that tackle.
The field with an interception. I just am constantly reminded of the importance.
Score is now 14-7, and I get open off the release, snatch some ankles before being brought down for a huge gain. 4th quarter now with the time running down, I'm trying to get us into that end zone, and I fade out to the left to get us in the red zone. Josh Jacobs is going to do the rest, tying the game up 14-14. They go up a field goal with the score being 17-14. I'm fading out to the left again, but I cannot hold on to it. Seconds left in the 4th quarter, and we on a 4th and 1, but I'm going to pick up that first down with ease. 20 seconds left trying to get in the field goal range. I don't know how they called this a catch, but hey, man, I'm not complaining. They did. And y'all better not laugh, man. Y'all know how hard field goals are, especially this far out. And it's on all Madden. But our kicker went out there and completely bombed the field goal. But wait, man, it gets worse. It lands in Christian McCaffrey's hands, and the defense don't get a finger on him as he takes this one all the way back to the crib. And that's how this game ended, man, with the score being 23-14, a crazy loss. And we took a lot of L's this episode, I ain't gonna lie. But I had a great game with 8 receptions for 153 yards and a touchdown. But this is where I would end the video at. But y'all let me know, man. Should I go ahead and slide to one of my little brother's football games? Cause I ain't gonna lie, I low-key wanna see what he working with. Maybe I can show y'all in the next episode. Just let me know in the comments.
Hey, Mr. Kelly. Just letting you know I've just picked up your brother from the airport, and we are now on our way to your house.
Okay, cool. Just let me know when y'all at the gate.
Yes, sir. Will do.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Want it all, I won't leave a breadcrumb. It's what I thought a nigga said some. Thought a nigga said some. G-Block, all we know is red rum, red rum, red rum, red rum, red rum. G-Block, all we know is red rum, red rum, red rum.
Nah, this crib too nice. Ain't no way.
It's a May, but it 2 shots in the...
Yup, and this right here is your room. I already got the PS5 set up and everything. And look, I don't know what rules your people got set in place back home, but while you here, forget about all that. I want you to make sure you enjoy yourself. So really, you got the crib to yourself while I'm not here, cause you know my season's still going. And in case you feel like getting out and going places, I'm gonna leave you the number to my driver. So you can do whatever you want to, bro. Just think of this as a vacation. But nah, I'm really glad you here, little bro. Now we got the time to catch up and get to know each other, cause you know we've been strangers long enough. Now, if y'all watched my last episode, then y'all should know exactly who this is. But if y'all didn't, this is my little brother Nasir, who I just found out about not that long ago. Now, as some of y'all may know, me and him both were in the system, and we're both adopted by separate families, which is why we just now meeting each other. And with me being the older brother, I just want to make sure he enjoy himself while he out here. So I made sure his first day here was something to remember. Now, my little brother ain't used to the finer things in life, but luckily, he got a brother that's in the NFL, so I made sure to give him a great experience. So first, we hopped in that Ferrari to hit the city. And y'all know I puts it on every day, so I couldn't let him go back home without any new drip. So I took him to the strip and let him get whatever he needed. And of course, he was more than grateful, but money can't make up for lost time. Which is why after shopping for a little bit, we slid to a food spot. And while waiting on the server, we chopped it up. You know, just getting to know each other some more. It's a lot about him I don't know, and it's a lot about me he don't know. Just trying to create that bond that brothers are supposed to have. But sadly, as y'all know, I wasn't able to spend every day with him while he was here because, I mean, the NFL's still in season. But at least I know he'll be close to the field in some of these upcoming games. Thanksgiving Day, man, and that's when my brother is out here. He on Thanksgiving break. We close to the end of the season, and we starting this one off against the Miami Dolphins. Backed up in our own end zone on a 3rd and 5, we got to convert, and I'm going to do that right here off of this check down. 2nd and 10, I had the choice of a comeback or out route, and y'all see what I went with. Got set up with a good block to get us down with an 8-yard gain. 3rd and 13, man, we keep getting to these 3rd downs, but I'm fading out to the left for a 1st down and picking up some extra yards along the way. The very next play, Jordan Love is going to go right back to me on the slant. Before you know it, we get on that board and they score a field goal. And right here, I lose grip of an easy pass off of the contact. But I'll make up for it on a 3rd down again. He gonna find me in the middle. I bring that one in and spin out of 2 tackles. Pick up some good yards before being brought down close to that 40. 4th quarter now, the Dolphins go up 3, making it 10-7. I convert another 1st down off a slant. A few plays later, I get another short slant for 6 yards. And before you know it, we facing a 3rd and 4, but I convert another 1st down, getting us close to that end zone. And with 30 seconds left in the game, I got another slant left wide open for a touchdown, putting us on top late in the game. And after kneeling out the clock, man, we're going to take that win with the score being 14-10. Another low-scoring game, but at least we came out on top. Now I finished this one with 9 receptions for 97 yards and a touchdown. Y'all see your boy getting ready, man, coming off a great game as y'all can see from the stats. And it's going to be a tough one because we up against the Detroit Lions. My first target of the day comes off a deep end route that bounces off the defender's head and winds up incomplete. A few plays later on the 2nd and 9, I got 10 and out. It goes my way as I get us up closer to that end zone. Defense is playing off, giving me way too much space to make a big play.
They go sideline and he stays in bounds.
We go up 7-0, but on this 3rd and 9, he gonna look my way, but that defense is gonna break that up. But coach was feeling bold and he decided to go for it. And of course, Jordan Love is looking for me. I come up in the clutch, getting that 1st down and more.
And he's going to have a Packers first.
17 seconds left in the half, looking to get in that end zone, and I sure enough do off of this out route, putting us up 2 touchdowns before half.
He's in. Touchdown, Green Bay. That's his 8th.
Now in the third quarter, Detroit is finally on the board, making the score 7-14, and they get an interception.
And intercepted. Picked off by Terry.
First round pick in this defensive back just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation.
The score is now tied 14-14, and Jordan Love is going to throw another risky pass my way that gets split up. 3rd and 7, y'all know who they looking for, and I'm wide open again off of this out route.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete.
30 inches, and instead of going for the first down, we going for it all. Guess who was wide open, collecting touchdown number 9 for the season.
Touchdown, Packers. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now.
And we are able to just barely walk away with the win, with the final score being 21-14. I just wish that we would have started playing like this from the beginning. And I finished this game with 6 receptions for 68 yards and 2 touchdowns. Week 15, and we up against the Seattle Seahawks. Let's get it. Seattle went down and got a field goal, and we start the game off. I'm on a go route, trying to head tap my defender, but that's broken up. The very next play, I'm getting open off of this in route, bouncing off a few tackles, and man, now it's just a foot race downfield. But the defense is already gaining on me. I don't know if I'm fast enough, and I get hawked down just outside the 20. Score is now 7-3. We up. Coming out of the slot, I'm wide open in the middle. He gonna find me, getting us up to the 30.
That's Kellen, and he's gonna get this one across the 30.
Minute 50 left in the half. I got a short comeback route for a gain of 8. Only 7 seconds left in the half, but I pick up another reception. Been out of a tackle before being brought down for a short gain. Went back from the half. The score is still 7-3, but I'm looking to change that as Jordan Love is going to air it downfield, and I make a nice grab.
And he doesn't quite. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I mean, just look at that catch, man. And it's only right I get rewarded getting into that end zone for my first of the game, 10th of the season.
With his 10th touchdown of the season.
Or is now 14-9. I got the option of a comeback or an out route, but I should have stuck with the comeback because I get stopped after a gain of 1. But it's all good because we lined up on the outside where I do most of my work from, and I'm open on a slant, juking the defender out his shoes before being brought down past the 30. But we take that dub with the final score being 14-9. Now in the game with 8 receptions for 134 yards and a touchdown. Crazy. Next up, we got the New Orleans Saints. My first reception of the game came out at 1st and 14, catching it straight down the middle and taking off up the seam, getting close to that 40. Very next play, man, this was way too easy. I get past my defender. Jordan Love throws a beautiful ball. I easily get into that end zone for my first touchdown of the game, 11th of the season. Score is now tied 7-7, and they gonna call me for this weak block in the back. That's all good because on that very next play, I make a key block, giving my boy all the space in the world to take his way down to the end zone and put us back on top.
And he's going to take this all the way to the house.
A minute left in the half, and I got an out route. I don't know why he would throw this. I did not call for the ball, but that whole play was telegraphed, and he got the interception, and he dang near took that thing back for 6.
Set up the offense with 1st and goal.
So they tie the game up again, and with 14 seconds left in the second quarter, I receive another good completion. And with this one, I went over 1,500 yards this season. Now in the third quarter, playing a hard-fought game, man, Josh Jacobs is going to make a Marshawn Lynch type of play, stiff-arming defenders into the dirt. Now it's just a foot race. Sadly, he do get caught, but he stiff-armed him too. Right there in the red zone, I'm fighting to get open, but I finally do for another touchdown, putting us on top again. But man, New Orleans is going to even out the score again as I bring in a comeback route being brought down right in front of the first down mark.
What's the old saying, Mike? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
A few plays later, I got another short comeback route, and Jordan Love is going to throw this one completely off target. I mean, y'all let me know, is that me or him? But anyways, it gets intercepted for his 2nd of the game.
Play can be the difference between winning and losing, and now after that,
the Saints go up 3, and I'm trying to get into that end zone off of this slant, and I fight for some extra yards before being brought down. Very next play, he gonna go right back to me off of this deep comeback route.
Every time that he's decided to throw the ball. Sometimes we try to make
trying to get us in the field goal range and not do off of the slant, being brought down outside the 30. 20 seconds left in the fourth. I'm looking to get him an easier field goal. He gonna go my way for a big game. And I'm trying to call a timeout, but we ain't got none left. And I knew Madden was gonna do that thing where they just run off the clock. And sure enough, they do, man. They need to stop doing that. So due to Madden 25, we lose the game with the score being 24-21. And I'm not gonna lie, I forgot to give my stats for this game, but just know I had a great game. I had 2 touchdowns, and I'm pretty sure I had over 100 receiving yards. Actually, here go my stats. 143 yards, 9 receptions, and 2 touchdowns. I ain't gonna lie, I've been on one lately, but this game we up against the Minnesota Vikings. So they started off with the ball but did not score. On the 2nd and 4, he gonna go my way, and I pick us up a decent amount of yards.
First down. It will be a gain of 8.
Moving down that field, the defense is too slow to react, and I get past him easily being brought down inside the red. Scores are now 7-0. They still don't score, and I got a comeback route, but I had to run backwards to complete it, and I get stopped for a loss. And as y'all can see from it already being the 3rd quarter, I did not have a lot of action this game so far. But I do get a touchdown because he's going to go my way right in the red zone for 6.
Touchdown, Packers. That touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season.
So we end up getting a win with the final score being 21-7, and I didn't really get too much targets, but it's all good because we still got the dub. I finished this game with only 4 receptions for 32 yards and a touchdown. Here it is, man, our last game of the season. We out here in Chicago in the snow. The Bears go up 7, and I start the game off with a short comeback route that I take up for a gain of 6. A few plays later, I got another comeback route. He gonna go my way again, and with this one, I pick up a gain of 9. First play of the 2nd quarter, I'm cutting across the field. Jordan Love is going to deliver a dot my way for a first down. 2nd and 8, the DB is playing off, giving me enough space to complete the slant. Tied game in the 3rd quarter. At 3rd and 9, we got to put it in the air, and I'm downfield. Throw it a little bit behind me, but I'm still able to complete that one for a huge gain.
He's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 28.
Don't get me wrong, I've been cold all season, but I might play better in the snow because I make a nice catch right here. A nice toe tap grab right before I get out of bounds. Man, I better win Rookie of the Year. Hey, just look at the concentration, man. Losing my defender on the route, I'm able to make an easy catch and get into that end zone, breaking that time, putting us on top. We in the red zone with the tie game. On the 4th down, he gets stopped short. 30 seconds left on the clock, and we got to score a touchdown. I'm fading out to the left and get us right there by it. But the last play of the game, he shoots to the back of the end zone, and it goes incomplete. So with that, we lose the last game of the season with the final score being 21-14. But overall, man, y'all seen it. If y'all watched from episode 1, y'all saw I had a great rookie season. And I finished our last game with 9 receptions for 111 yards and a touchdown. And at the end of my rookie season, I ended up coming in 2nd place for the Best Receiver Award. And I feel like it was a no-brainer, but I did in fact win Offensive Rookie of the Year. And that right there will put an end to my rookie season, man. If y'all been watching since episode 1, y'all know I had a great season, and my career has a bright future. But I want to thank y'all for tapping in. Make sure y'all don't miss the next episode, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And with that being said, I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Money, huddle, gotta, cuddle, ladder, order, dollars, quarters, wrist, water, reach, water, wanna, come on, hunters, hey, I'm a stunner.